Thought I'd take you for a little walk through my parents' backyard. So this is the cottage or the cabin that they lived in for quite a while before, just a couple sheds. But they lived in this place for quite a while before they got my great-great-grandfather's house redone. Now, let's go down to the water. Sorry about my nose. It's running. So there's my parents' house across the way there. That house is over 100 years old. Which for Newfoundland and Labrador, oh, look at all the animal tracks. Crows, I'd say. Anyway, a lot of older houses out around the bay. Unless somebody saves them, they're going to be lost. So, that's what they did. So they saved my great-great-grandfather's house. So here's some of the water. And we'll walk over to their place now. And I'll show you the view from their front yard. Gotta watch where I'm going. You see that, sort of see a skidoo track here from when they had snow. Then we lost it all. Beautiful house. They built the back on. The back is all kitchen. Right there, see the back part? So they got a gorgeous big kitchen. And they got a gorgeous view of Gander Bay. I think they got probably the prettiest view in Gander Bay. But I am a bit biased. So from their house, this is what they get to look at. This is Gander Bay. The bay's not frozen over yet. This bay does freeze over in the winter. People go out on skidoo and go across the bay and everything. So hello, Floss Tube. Flossmas Day 30. Hello, Floss Tube Day 30. I almost said 29. It's day 30 today. I am still coming to you from beautiful Gander Bay. Excuse me. We managed to get a tiny bit of snow, not enough for skidooing, but a little, as you can see outside, a little bit more to make it nice and wintry, which is wonderful. I wanted to, coming to you with the wet hair. I just got out of the shower. The boys are over at my parents and I need to join them. So I thought I would stop in and do a quick video while it was quiet. And when I could touch base with you before I head over there and then get the video uploaded. It's going to be a very quick one today. So yesterday I showed you for Flossmas 2018. This is the second last day of Flossmas 2018. I can't believe it. And I'm totally set up for my 2019 year of stitching with all these Flossmas starts, which is awesome. I still have some leftover, some works in progress from 2018 and years gone by that I'll be needing to pick up as well. But this was an awesome way to set myself up for 2019. So without further ado, and I apologize for the glare, let me just, give me a second. I'm going to take the S-Ward Ragamuffin picture out of the cellophane so you can see it, because otherwise this room is so nice and bright, it makes it quite glary. So this is S-Ward, a little rag rug. This is one that I purchased from Kitten Stitcher, Teresa. That's kittenstitcher.com, because I won't be able to edit that in necessarily to this video. And the Gloriana Pashmina that I am using for this piece is to die for. I've never used it before. It's a mix of silk and cashmere. It is gorgeous. So I'm so glad that Teresa was selling these kits to give me a chance to try them, because from what I understand from her, they're pretty expensive to purchase. And this way I get to try them for a purchase price that wasn't as expensive as it could be. Now let me put a piece of paper behind this and show you how far I got yesterday. So I'm pretty pleased with my start. I think I did well. I got one whole band, sample band finished. And then what did I do? 7, 8, 9, 6, what did I get? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I've started on 4. So I'm quite pleased with that. I think I did really well. I will not have a problem getting back to this project because I love that thread so much. I just want to play with it some more. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if you ever get a chance and are able to afford the pashmina, I really highly recommend it just as a treat. I personally couldn't afford to do a full, you know, really large project in that particular fiber, but it is really a treat to work with. It's like butter going through the fabric. It's gorgeous. And the I also forgot to tell you that the fabric I figured out was 32 count Belfast linen, and that's one of my favorite linens, and it is really, really nice to work with as well. So on to today's project, which is probably the largest of all the projects. Sorry, hopefully I didn't show you any chart there. The largest of all the projects that I've started in during Flossmas 2018. So this is from the World of Cross Stitch, and this is issue number 269. So this is what it looks like. And that is, I believe this was a summer. I'm sorry, I can never find on these when it is. But anyway, this was a summer publication, I'm pretty sure. This is a Printed in the UK magazine. It's one of my favorites. I don't buy them all the time, but I do buy them pretty frequently because they always have patterns in them that I like. And the one that I am going to get started on, I'm sure you've seen before. It's a Emma Congdon pattern. Sweet as a Bee. Isn't that beautiful? Now, like before with my larger projects, I'm only starting in the very middle, so I only organize my threads for the very middle, and I'll be starting here, right in about here is where the middle of this pattern is. Hopefully you can see that and the camera's focusing. So I have a large piece of 28 count white Monaco, and that's what I'm going to be stitching this on. It had called for, let's see what it called for. What was the called for fabric in this pattern? Was a 14 or a 28 count even weave, so I'm using what it called for. And it's a mix of, there's the sampler key is the cross stitch is done in 2 strands, and there's a choice of DMC anchor or Madeira fiber thread. And I'm using, what am I using? I am using 2 DMC, and I'm also using this one Gentle Art, which is Harvest Moon. So you can see that. It's a really pretty yellow, hold it over there against the wall. Pretty yellow color. Hard to show you. There we go. That's pretty true to color right there. So I had that in my stash. So far, most of my projects for 2018 Flossmas, I have stuck with my stash. I have, at the beginning of the Flossmas, gone out to Michael's a couple times to pick up some extra threads. But then, since then, I either have not had time to go to Michael's or just decided that I really want to stick with my stash at the time. So what I'll probably do as I go through 2019 finishing my projects is picking up threads here or there. Because I didn't want Flossmas 2018 to be so expensive that it was cost prohibitive. And I really want to do this again. I'm sorry, I'm kind of at a slant today, so I apologize for that. So I think it's going to be another beautiful day. It's snowing a bit. We've decided we're staying here for today, head back home tomorrow. We're supposed to get some freezing rain across the island today, so we don't really want to drive in that. And tomorrow's supposed to be a better day for driving. So that's our plan here. We'll be home, back at home for, although this really, Gander Bay is where my grandparents on my mother's side were. And I went to school here for 3 months, and when I finished grade 3 here, and this has always been a place in my life that I've always come back to. So this really is as much home as where my husband and I live. But we're going back to the other house tomorrow to celebrate New Year's Eve. And our New Year's Eve is really low key. We likely will do it by ourselves. We likely won't have anybody over to visit. I'm not sure about that. We could have a change of plans, but it's probably going to be a pretty low-key, kind of quiet New Year's Eve. We have the town does fireworks, so we'll go down. They usually do them around 10 or 10:30, depending on weather. And we'll go down and watch those. And then that'll be how we'll bring in 2019. I cannot believe that I'm saying 2018 for the last few times. So take care. I hope you get some stitching time in today. And I hope to touch base with you again tomorrow. Bye.